The world of electronic flash has never been easier. It's almost foolproof. Hi, I'm Bryan Peterson, author of Understanding Exposure and Learning to See Creatively. If you're familiar with my books, you're very familiar with my mantra, when you got available light, use it. Don't use flash. Well, guess what? A couple years ago I decided that wasn't a good mantra any longer because it's very easy to use, and I decided to step up to the plate and decide just how easy it was, and now that I realize just how easy it is, I'm stuck on using flash, particularly the ring flash. I like macro work, as you may be familiar with my other book, Understanding Close-Up Photography. I'm using a Sigma 140 ring flash in this case. I'm in a flower garden, and to understand flash, all you need to know is this: TTL, through the lens metering. It really does everything for you, even in a manual exposure mode. My idea here is simply this: I'm going to set my shutter speed to the fastest synchronized speed for flash, which in this case is a 2/50th of a second. The smallest f-stop, f22, we always need the small f-stops for macro work because we want the depth of field. And I'm now free to shoot anything I choose. Obviously I'm going to shoot some flowers here. And in so doing, my exposure is set for the flash. And as we can take a look at this beautiful pink mallow flower, we now have perfect exposure of the flower. And what happened to the background? Clearly it's pitch black. The reason is because my exposure is set exclusively for the flash. The flash knows it, the camera does know it as well because it is registering the pre-flash that goes off, and it says, okay, he's at f22, he's at 2/50th, this is how much flash he needs, but the available light that surrounds it, its exposure time that is required is much longer than a 2/50th of a second at f22, so it does not record, therefore it's black. The idea of using a ring flash is not limited to flowers, obviously. I've used it in many other situations as well. Let's take a look at a few of those examples here. I stumbled across a dead bird and it was covered in flies, and I zeroed in on the single fly as you see here, and boom, popped it with a flash. The available light exposure for that was approximately a quarter second at f16. There's no way I could have shot that at a quarter second at f16. With the ring flash I did at a 2/50th at f22. Just another example of how ring flash can help you immensely, but more importantly, you really don't have to know anything. If you follow this simple formula, 2/50th of a second at f22, the TTL will take over at that point and give you all sorts of wonderful macro opportunities. Now, there's certainly a lot more to learn about how to use flash, including a ring flash, but at least this initial lesson should get you started down the right path. Until next time, this is Bryan Peterson saying, you keep shooting.